I'm Sally, and this is my husband Frank, and he's the one with...
Trigeminal neuralgia.
Thank you.
Go ahead and share with me some of the things that you guys were dealing with prior to becoming a patient.
Okay, well, at home, I had this pain that went up to my brain, and I never had anything like that before, and it lasted, I thought it lasted for about a half hour, and then my wife told me that it didn't last that long, it only lasted about 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I says, well, that was a long 10 minutes. And then she's seen it, she's seen me with it, and then it happened again at our house, and it was probably, guessing it was probably about a year later, I got another one, and she's the only one that's seen me then.
Mm-hmm.
And
So then we went to a neurologist.
yeah, went to the neurologist, and
They did a procedure on him.
no, it's before they did the procedure.
Okay.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
going a
wow,
little bit
okay.
ahead.
That's okay.
And so anyway, we went to talk to the man that was going to set it up at Beaumont Hospital. And I was in the waiting room. And it was maybe crazy. There was like 25 to 30 people in that waiting room. I know
Very
it
small
sounds-
waiting room.
The waiting room was tight.
Mm-hmm.
And I just got a anxiety attack.
Yeah.
And so I said, I got out of here. But I didn't have that. I didn't have the big one.
Okay.
And so now we went outside. We got to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And we went outside. And this time my son was with us. Thank God for that. Okay.
We went to a different, like a lobby
It was
area.
in a lobby, a big lobby.
Mhm.
And there was a couch in that lobby. And we were just sitting there. And all of a sudden, I got it again.
Yeah.
The big one. And my son seen me this time. He was the first one in the family other than Sally that's seen it. And he's calm and cool. Thank God for that, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And he helped me because
You were getting very warm.
yeah, I was getting warm, so they went and got water for me and towels. They found toweling, and they just kept taking turns bringing it and bringing a fresh one, put it on my head. And
Then they took us into a
And
waiting
that,
room.
well, wait though. My son was with me, and I kept saying that, but it helped so much because he's strong. And they told me that I had to go into this office, and it was probably 30 feet away only,
Mm-hmm.
right on the end of that little lobby we were in. And I still had it at that time. And so they said, you got to get a wheelchair. And so I said, well, I didn't say it, but Sally or David said, where are the wheelchairs? And they said, they're downstairs. So my son had to go down the elevator, find a wheelchair, bring it back up, put me on the wheelchair, and he just physically picked me up and like threw me on that wheelchair, and I mean it. And then we went into the doctor that was going to set up the
Procedure.
the procedure that was going to laser thing, which they ended up doing.
Yeah.
They ended up doing that procedure, but he was the one that was going to set it up. And by the time I got to his doorway, it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like a new person completely. I could see things clearer. I know it sounds stupid,
No.
but I could see things clearer, and I mean, before I even had that, I could see things clearer. I was looking outside, and I said, oh my God, this is crazy, it's so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, anyway, he set up that procedure for us, and I ended up getting that procedure.
Okay.
And within 2 years you were doing good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good.
And then after
Then it
that?
started again.
Yeah,
Like,
it came back.
Yeah,
But it didn't,
more often.
Okay.
But not bad.
I didn't get the bad pain,
Right.
so I didn't get the...
Just those little
Yeah,
shocks,
yes,
right?
and you worry that, wow, those little shocks are going to end up being a big shock.
Yeah.
It's not,
Yeah.
You know, it's a little scary.
It's pretty scary,
Yeah,
right?
really scary.
And then our daughter was researching because the only other option he had was to do another procedure. And my daughter said, found you, and said, would Dad be willing to try a chiropractor?
And I said no. I said no.
Yeah.
And, but here I am.
Right. And you've been under care for a few weeks, right? I think 3 or
Yeah.
4 weeks-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Share with us how you're doing now.
I'm doing absolutely excellent. Absolutely. And I'm not just saying it.
No,
I mean
he's
it.
more his self and not
Yeah.
worried all the time. I
Yeah.
can tell by just being with him all the time that he's way lot better.
And how does that make you feel? Because you saw him go through all this over the
I
years.
was a nervous wreck. I'm a nervous wreck the whole time. This is always going on with him,
Yeah.
and always making sure that he's okay and checking on him and whatever when he's watching TV. And I just thought, okay. And then when he said he would try you,
Uh-huh.
I thought, what do we've got to lose? That's what we were saying to him. What do you got to lose?
Yeah,
Share it,
sure.
And so
And seeing him now, how he's changed over the last couple of weeks, how does that
his
make you
personality, everything has changed. It's just been a blessing, let me tell you.
feel? Oh, that's terrific.
It really has. And
That's
I
great.
just hope, knock on wood,
Right. Continues.
yes.
Sure. So what would you guys say to someone who's thinking about upper cervical care for themselves if they were maybe dealing with something like trigeminal neuralgia?
Try it. What do you've got to lose?
For sure, try it.
Awesome. Do you guys have anything else that you want to add?
I was going to say that my daughter finally seen me have one that wasn't a big attack, but it was a good enough one
Yeah.
that she knew what I was dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
And so now everybody in the family's seen me have it, but she didn't see the bad one.
Yeah.
And she has anxiety problems herself, and she helped us with those towels again.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Sally and her getting the towels to me.
Sure.
But it wasn't the big one.
Yeah.
But
it
he
was
would
big
just
enough.
lay there and
Yeah.
just make himself as comfortable as could be because he didn't want to move his head because he didn't
Yeah.
ex-
It's
want-
very scary.
It is.
That's the last
It's the
one that I
scariest
had.
thing that I've ever been
Yeah.
through.
Well, I'm glad you're doing so well.
Very
So am I. So is he.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for sharing. I appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Okay.